Yo, what's up? It's your boy. So one thing that bothered me a lot starting in my journey were the tire kickers. Were the people who didn't take the service seriously, who told you, I'll definitely buy from you someday, they never do. Follow up in 3 months so they can ghost you in 3 months again. And I found out that dealing with them is optional. And in this video, I want to show you how you can choose not to deal with them and what's a few techniques that you can use in order to get them to, actually give you money and actually pay. So I've run all types of offers. I've run really high ticket, selling a company for 1.4 million. I've run relatively high ticket, couple 5 figures for the program, and low ticket. We convinced like 3,000 people to buy a $39 a month thing. That was like $125,000 a month business. I discovered a few things about offers along the process. And one of the main things that I discovered is just how to make people say yes and make them say yes fast. The offer can be awesome, but people need a reason why. A reason why could be many things. It could be it's expiring, maybe it's the best offer in the market. But the problem is that in today's market, especially if you sell something like coaching or services, supply tends to be so much greater than demand. When supply is greater, demand doesn't have that urgency to act because they know that if they don't act today, tomorrow, it'll still be there. You're not buying partly because you know that tomorrow they're gonna make you another offer. You don't really have that urgency. 2 things that I realized that are really key when done right and actually make people say yes faster are both urgency and scarcity. Why? Because that shifts the power dynamic. That goes from unlimited supply to limited supply. And when you limit supply, demand tends to act differently. It's very different when someone says, can you buy? And when somebody gives you a reason. Can you buy because there's only this much left? People act faster. There's a reason why sales, flash sales, urgency tactics work well, because supply is limited. And when supply is limited, demand changes behavior. Something that maybe your customers are doing now, you're just not acting because you don't have a strong enough reason why. And urgency and scarcity are ways in which you can make people act now if you wanted to. Let's start with scarcity. When I limited how many people I want to work with, I actually made more money because I limited my supply. And now I only work with 8 people every month. And the reason why, it's partly because I'm petty and I don't want to keep talking to people. And the second reason why is because I just don't need it. If I take 8 clients every month, I know that eventually I'm going to get to the money I want to make take home profit that allows me to be completely free. What's helpful about the exercise of setting up how much money you want to make and backtracking from that is it allows for a predictable, very low stress business. It allows you to focus your energy in other things. You don't have to stress more about money. You don't have to keep going on that treadmill. If you stick to the plan, you will get to your destination money-wise. And that's actually quite helpful. A couple tens of thousands of dollars a month, that's a lot of cash. You can live a great life. And when I limited my spots, people realized that there was a probability that I was not gonna be there tomorrow. So if you run a group coaching program, if you run an agency, just any service, something that might be really useful for you is just capping your spots. Find out how much money you want to make, a time frame in which you're comfortable getting there, and then work back from that as in how many clients do you need every month. You cap it, and when you cap it, you can use that as part of your sales messaging. There is a reason why to work with you. I had a friend, he just couldn't get a break. He just couldn't get any clients. He just was at 0. And I said, well, is 1 a win for you? He's like, yeah, 1 is a win for me. It's his first client and it's probably gonna take a lot of bandwidth. So I said, well, what if you just cap your spots at 1? And then he can reach out with a certain message, which is, I only have 1 spot. Do you want it? That shifts the dynamic. It goes from just bumping this up to, do you want it because I only have 1 spot left? It's true, you can only take 1 more client, but it's also really helpful because then the client can't fuck around. So that's about scarcity, urgency. I'll give you 2 tips if you're in a dry streak and you can't land a client, and I'm gonna give you 1 if you're getting some clients but you want more, right? So you're at 0, you're not getting any clients. The month is kind of ending. Something you could do is you could just hit up people and say, hey, I'm only taking 1 more person for September. Are you still interested? The key part here is you want to make it true. It's gotta be true. If you lie, that's fucking lying, right? And people will eventually catch up to it. But if it's true that you're only gonna take one person, you're gonna respect that limit, it's really nice, because then you can use that as a lever to get other people in. When I first capped it at 8, 2 people said, I'm in, just send the invoice. I needed to just like restrain myself from sending the damn invoice because it was easy money, right? But it had to be true, because if I didn't keep my promises then people wouldn't trust me when they join and they see, wait, there's more than 8 people here. Then I turn into a liar and then my credibility suffers. So you gotta stick true to that promise. Second, if you have some clients and you wanna keep it rolling, something that I really like is when I sell products, like certain like one-off classes, or I sell just small things like PDFs, I like to let people know things do not last forever here. And the way I do that is, let's say I run a sale that's ending at Sunday midnight. At Sunday midnight, I tell my VA, kill the product. I don't want anyone to buy it. Sometimes I'll tell them redirect people. So I redirect them to this Google Doc that just says this offer is expired. It's kind of a dick move, but it also is a setting boundaries move, because people understand, oh, things don't last forever here. Super useful. So these are just 2 ways that I think really nailed pushing the offer. It really helped me get more sales, which has limited the people I work with, and staying true to that limit and having certain urgency, as in saying things go away here. Hope that was helpful. Go make some money, and remember, likes ain't cash.